Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurun Dinataranam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratvishe Namaha Pancha Tattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakhyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajeshatanayas Tadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachit Upasana Vrajavadhu Vargenaya Kalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanamamalam Prema Pumartho Mahan Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhor Matamidam Tatra Na Paraha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. I am very happy to be here once again in Bhaktivedanta Gurukul and International School. And you all look very happy, very learned and very Krishna conscious. So thanks to all your teachers and staff who are taking care of you. So my thanks to our Radhakanta Prabhu and also to Sri Devi Mahapatra Mataji for all the good work along with your team of teachers and staff and all the others who are serving here, who are taking very nice care of the children. So today I will speak on a few qualities that are important for us to have as human beings. But I will talk about these qualities in the negative, by indicating how in this age of Kali Yuga these qualities don't exist. And therefore we see the negative qualities around us in many people. But when we realize ultimately that there is something very wonderful about Kali Yuga also, then we will go beyond all the problems of Kali Yuga. How many of you have heard of Kali Yuga? All have heard Kali Yuga? What comes before Kali Yuga? Dwapar Yuga. What comes before Dwapar? Treta Yuga. And what comes before Treta? Satya Yuga. So which is the best Yuga? Satya. How many say Satya Yuga is the best Yuga? Okay. Why? Others don't agree? How many have some other answer? What is your answer? Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is the age of kalaha, of quarrel. So many bad qualities in Kali Yuga. But still you are saying Kali Yuga is the best Yuga. Why? Huh? Why? Yes. Yes, just by chanting the holy names of Krishna, we can attain perfection of life. So even though in Satya Yuga people are very pure, very elevated, very noble, very virtuous, very dharmic, but because they are so dharmic and they live very long lives of up to 1 lakh years, that is their lifespan. So therefore Lord Krishna, understanding their capabilities, has made the process of spiritual advancement very difficult for them. So in Satyuga, people had to do austerity for 50,000, 60,000, 80,000 years. Such a long span of time, you had to go to the forest and maybe just live on roots and berries and leaves. But in Kali Yuga, Lord Krishna knows that the people are fallen. They don't have good qualities. This is the age where there is a lot of quarrel, lot of confusion, and many, many bad qualities. So Lord Krishna has thought, oh, these people in Kali Yuga, they are going to be afflicted with all the bad qualities. So they don't have any qualification to do spiritual activities. So what should I do? I can't tell them to do meditation for 80,000 years because they don't even live for 80 years. I can't ask them to go to the forest and do austerity because they don't have the capacity to do austerity. So in this way, Lord Krishna thought, and he said, yes, I will shower my mercy upon the people of Kali Yuga because they are most unqualified. So I shall make them the most qualified by making the path of spiritual life very easy for them. So that in Kali Yuga, it will become very easy for the people of this age to love Lord Krishna. Kalau dosha nidhe rajan asti ek mahan guna kirtanad eva krishnasya mukta sangha param vrajet. Very nice. So many of you have memorized this verse. So even though this Kali Yuga is full of faults, but it has one major good quality that overshadows, counteracts all the negative qualities of Kali Yuga, which is that just by chanting the holy names of Lord Krishna, we can become perfect in our life. So now because we are practicing chanting and practicing bhakti, so we still have many bad qualities in us. But never mind. We should try to cultivate the good qualities even as we do our bhakti. So we will see in our mind, in our behavior, sometimes all those bad qualities come out. But we should not lose hope. So let us look at some of the negative qualities that happen in Kali Yuga and how we must counteract them. I will tell you a story. One time, one person came to Yudhishthir Maharaj's court. At that time, Yudhishthir Maharaj was not available. And Bhimsen, was sitting there. It is important for a king to be very conscious of the sufferings or the pain of the subjects, of the praja. So Bhim was also very alert. So some man came and he said, I encountered a very strange situation today and I want to get some answer why such a thing happened. So Bhima said, yes, please tell me. He said, I was in my farm, and there is a neighboring farm, and we have a fence in between our farm. But as I was near the boundary, I saw a very astonishing sight. What is that? That the fence between my farm and my neighbor's farm began jumping and going into the other farmer's property. In other words, it started taking more and more land belonging to the other farmer. So I was very surprised. Why is the fence jumping in this way and going and occupying and covering somebody else's property? So Bhimsen was perplexed. He said, this is the first time I have heard such a problem. So I think you should better go and ask Yudhishthir Maharaj. So he goes to ask Yudhishthir Maharaj. Meanwhile, a second man comes. He said, I had a very strange experience, and I want to narrate it, and I want an explanation, because you 5 brothers, the Pandavas, are very wise. So Bhima said, yes, please tell me what happened. So Bhima said, or rather the other man said, that I was watching one shopkeeper, and he had a big mud pot which was filled with water. It was filled to the brim. And he had many small pots. So he took the water from the big pot and he filled up all the small pots without spilling any water, and the big pot became empty. Then this shopkeeper took the water from all the small pots and he started putting it back in the big pot. But after all the small pots had been emptied and no pot was lost, that big pot was only half full. So what happened to the other half of the water? So big question came to this person. Bhima was perplexed again. He said, this is a very strange question again. I have never heard anything like this. He says, look, I cannot understand this. You better go and ask Yudhishthir Maharaj. So he goes to ask Yudhishthir Maharaj. Meanwhile, a third person comes to Bhima's court. And he says, I also experienced something very strange, and I want to ask you the reason for it. I want an explanation for it. And Bhima was thinking, today is not my day. I think all these strange questions are coming. I hope this man doesn't also ask me some very strange question. But sure enough, when he hears the question, he understands that this is an even more strange question. So he said, yes, please tell me now what has happened. He said, I saw a very funny sight. There was a man who was putting an elephant through the eye of a needle. And when the whole elephant came out of the eye, then the tail got stuck in the eye of the needle. So Bhima was saying, how is that possible? The elephant's body is so big, and that got through the eye of the elephant. How did that get through in the first place? That is my question, Bhima was asking. He said, yes, that is also my question. And having got through, how is it that the tiny tail got stuck and that was not going through? So Bhima was thinking, this is getting a little heavy for me now. I am used to tension on the battlefield. I have a very powerful man. I can wrestle with him. I can do all sorts of military tricks with him. But this kind of question, I don't know. He said, you please go to Yudhishthir Maharaj. And Bhima was thinking, I hope this is the end of it. But no, fourth person came. And Bhima was thinking, now what? I don't know what he's going to ask. He said, yes, I saw a very strange thing today. I said, yes. Okay, come. You also come now. You also tell me what is the strange thing you saw. He said, there was a big rock lying in the middle of the road. It was very heavy, and different people were trying to move it, but it was so heavy that it could not be lifted. But one sadhu came. He had his danda, his stick, his staff with him. And from a distance he saw this, and he simply waved his stick from a distance, and immediately that big rock just flew to the side on the other side of the road, and the road became clear. So this man asked, how is that possible? How did he just wave a stick and move the rock like this, which so many people could not lift? Bhima said, pass. You please go to Yudhishthir Maharaj. So finally all these 4 people came to Yudhishthir Maharaj when he came to the court. And then he heard all the 4. And he said, okay, so I have heard all 4 of you. And now I can understand that Kali Yuga has arrived. So all the 4 asked, how come? How are you saying this? So he said, look, I will explain. The first man saw his fence jumping into the neighbor's property. He said, in Kali Yuga, people are going to become very greedy. They will not be satisfied with whatever they have received by destiny, by their own prarabdha. They will always be dissatisfied with what they have, and they will always want more and more and more. And they will think that I want more money, I want bigger house, I want more higher position. They keep wanting more and more. And when they get so greedy, they don't mind doing all sorts of wrong activities to fulfill their greed. Sometimes they will cheat, sometimes they will do some corrupt activities, some corruption, sometimes they will do some crime even, like looting a bank or stealing from somebody or harming somebody physically. So because greed is so powerful, they will go on doing things which are wrong just to fulfill their unlimited desires, and that is not right. So before we go on to further explanation, since Yudhishthir Maharaj is talking about greed, I will also tell you another story. There was one man. By the way, do you know how a monkey can be caught? So many monkeys are here. But what some people do is, they keep a flask, like a mud pot, which has a narrow neck, and they put some berries in it. When the monkey is watching, they put some berries inside it. So the monkey knows there are some nice delicious berries in that pot. So when that man goes away, he hides behind a tree to see what this monkey is going to do. So the monkey comes, jumps down, and immediately puts his hand inside the flask. Now the neck of the flask is very narrow. So he catches hold of the berries inside the flask in the round portion, and now he wants to take his hand out. But he can't. Why can't he take his hand out? Because he's holding the berries. Because he's holding the berries. So long as he's holding the berries, he can't take his hand out. So if he wants to take his hand out, he has to release the berries. But he is greedy, so he doesn't want to do that. So he keeps struggling and struggling. He doesn't remove his hand. And then that man comes and catches him. All he has to do is to just give up that berry, and he will be free. But because he's so greedy, he doesn't want to do that. So similarly in this world, when we want more and more, ye dil mange more, this. Yes, they want more and more and more. So that is a recipe for a lot of pain in the future. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam also, Lord Vamanadev says to Bali Maharaj, I want only 3 steps of land from you. And Bali Maharaj taunts him and says, you are only a dwarf and you want only 3 of your dwarf steps. I am a big king, I can give you a planet, I can give you gold, I can give you elephants, I can give you anything. And you are asking for just 3 steps of land? So I can understand that you are not very intelligent. So then Vamanadeva is a boy dwarf. He said, if one is not satisfied with 3 steps of land, one will never ever be satisfied with whatever one has in the whole universe. Even if the whole universe becomes our property, still we will not be happy. We will want more and more. I will tell you another little story. There was one man who had a huge amount of land, and he had no children, no family members. So he was thinking, what do I do with this land? To whom do I give it? So he announced a competition. And the competition was that somebody has to come and he has to start running on the perimeter of the property, on the border of the property, and then he has to come back before sunset. He should start at sunrise and return before sunset. And whatever area he covers, that will be his land. Yes, you got it? So many people, one man came, and invariably it happened. They started running and running and running. But when the time came to return, they was thinking, no, little more. I will run little more so that I will get more land and more land. And he started running. Finally, he fell down there, collapsed and died. See, if he had not been greedy, he could have got so much land. But he was not satisfied even with that very large parcel of land. So he was just running for more and more. So greed is one of the very important bad qualities that exist in Kali Yuga. So we must learn from Sri Krishna's teachings in Bhagavad Gita and also in Srimad Bhagavatam that whilst we may certainly work hard, work intelligently, work seriously and sincerely, but we should not become so greedy that it destroys our life and it destroys our peace of mind. We should be satisfied with the results of our hard work. So all of you have to give exams at different times. And to all students, I have one sutra, one formula which I like to give. Do you want to hear this formula? Yes. This formula is, do your best and to Krishna leave the rest. Yes? Will you repeat after me? Do your best and to Krishna leave the rest. Any of you would like to say it? Who wants to say? Yes.
Do the best, leave the
Exactly, you repeat what I said.
Do the best, leave
Do your best and to Krishna leave the rest. Yes? Somebody else.
Do your best and leave to Krishna.
And to Krishna leave the rest. Okay? Yes, one last.
Do your best and to Krishna leave the rest.
Very nice. So it doesn't mean that because we are devotees, we won't work hard. We'll just say Krishna will do everything for us. No. We have to work hard. You have to study nicely, do your homework, do your studies, do whatever else you're asked to do nicely. But at the end of it, depend on Krishna. Then you don't become too much depressed if you don't get enough marks. Okay? So in any case, we must learn to be satisfied with what our destiny is providing. At the same time, we should not be lazy. We should not be negligent. We should do the right things. So anyway, so Yudhishthir Maharaj mentioned that therefore, this is a quality of Kali Yuga, that people will try to grab other people's property. That is a very wrong thing to do. Nowadays it is very common to find court cases because people are filing cases on the same land. 5 people are fighting for the same land. Each one is saying, this is my land. Whereas earlier it was not like that. Earlier people were honest and they gave land to somebody. Again in the Mahabharata there is a story that one time one farmer purchased a plot of land from another farmer. And one day as he was farming in this newly purchased land, his plow struck something inside the soil. So then he investigated and he dug up a little bit and he found that inside the land, in the mud, there was a big chest, there was a big box. And he opened the box and he found it was full of jewels and diamonds and gold. And he was thinking, so much gold in the land. So if today somebody found like that, what would they do? Take it for themselves. Correct? But what did this person do? He went to the farmer from whom he had purchased the land. He said, my dear sir, you please take this treasure chest, it belongs to you. He said, how does it belong to me? Because I found it in the land that I purchased from you. So the second man, if this happened today, even if somebody was honest to go and do that, the second man would have grabbed it. Yes, 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 it is mine. But yet the second farmer said, no, I sold you the land. So therefore this treasure belongs to you. The first man said, yes, I purchased the land from you, but I did not purchase the treasure inside the land from you. So therefore this treasure belongs to you. In this way they argued and they went in front of the king. And then the king was also perplexed. He had faced many types of problems, but this is the opposite problem. So what to do now? He said, look, I am not in a position to solve your problem. You think about it and you come tomorrow to me. And let us see if I will also try to find a solution. So both of them came the next day. And both of them spoke exactly opposite of what they had spoken yesterday. So the first farmer said, this is mine because I purchased this land. And the other farmer said, no, I only sold him the land. I did not sell him the treasure in the land. So therefore this is mine. So the king was again bewildered. He said, what happened to you? Yesterday you were singing a different tune, both of you. And now both of you are saying exactly the opposite. And then he understood, Kali Yuga has started from today. So from that day, the effect of Kali had come, that people are not satisfied, people want to cheat, people want to grab another person's property or money or land or anything. So therefore, an important lesson for us. Be satisfied with what Lord Krishna has provided for you. He has given you intelligence, education, hard work, and so many facilities, and a helpful family, helpful teachers and school. So with all this support system, you can do your best. But then to Krishna, you must leave the rest. So don't become greedy. Don't look at others and think, oh, just see, that person has this much. This is one of the biggest causes of the problems in the world today. Every day in the newspaper there are so many stories like this, of how people want to grab each other's properties. So don't think like that. Be completely satisfied with what you have and what comes by your honest endeavor. Once there was a crow, and the crow saw for the first time a beautiful white swan. And the crow started thinking, oh, I am so ugly. I am like charcoal. And this one is like nectar. He's so beautiful, fully white, milk white color. So he went to the swan. He said, Swan Prabhu, please, You are so fortunate. You have milk white complexion and I am like charcoal. So I want to be like you. So the swan said, "Oh crow Prabhu, the grass is always green on the other side. You think that I am happy because I am all white, but actually I am also unhappy." So the crow said, "Why are you unhappy? I have full charcoal like black and you are full milk white, so why are you unhappy?" So the swan said, "Because I have only one color. See, look at that parrot. He has red and green, two colors. So he is so beautiful and I am only one color. So this parrot is more beautiful than me. So I am thinking, when will I become like the parrot?" So then the crow went, "Okay, let me go and ask the parrot." He said, "Parrot Prabhu, you are so beautiful. You have two colors, red and green, in your wings. You're looking so beautiful." Parrot said, "That's what you think. But actually I am not happy. I don't think I'm very beautiful because I have only two colors. But look at the peacock. Peacock has so many different colors. So I want to become like that. I am not at all happy with my situation." The crow said, "But everybody thinks of you as so beautiful. Even the swan is thinking of you like that. So why are you dissatisfied?" "No, because I'm seeing the peacock." So then the crow went to the peacock. "Peacock Prabhu, how are you?" "So what to say, I'm not happy." "Not happy, but you are the most beautiful bird amongst all the birds. Multicolor. All the colors are there in your feather. So why should you be unhappy?" He said, "Because I am so beautiful, these human beings, they catch me for my feathers and they put me behind bars in a cage. So I wish I was like you, Crow Prabhu. Because you are ugly, so nobody cares for you. So you are free. You are free to fly wherever you want. You have no fear of your life, no fear that somebody will capture you. But because I have such beautiful feathers and I dance so nicely, then I am being noticed by everybody who wants to capture me." So the moral of the story, don't be greedy and look out what others have. "Oh, this person has so much, so I also want to have this. That person has so much, I also want to have." So mostly our desires are based not on what we need, but they are based on what other people have and I want to have that or more than that. Yes? So we need not compare ourselves with others. Everyone has their own destiny, their prarabdha, according to which somebody will get less, somebody will get more. Never mind. But we should be happy with what we have. Don't struggle and fight against your destiny. So anyway, Yudhishthira Maharaj was telling this and he said, "Now I can understand that Kali Yuga has come, because now by nature people are going to start to want to take other people's wealth and property. So you should not do that." So then the next man came forward. "Okay, so that is a good answer. But what about my problem? I saw this man putting water from a big pot into small pots, and then when the reverse was done, it was 50% empty." So Yudhishthira Maharaj said, "This is also a sign that Kali Yuga has come." Why? Because in Kali Yuga, people are very selfish. They want to take help and love and everything from other people, but they don't want to give others love and help and so on. So in Kali Yuga, because people are like this, don't expect much help and love from others. You give wholeheartedly your help and love to others, but don't be disappointed because you will get in return only 50% of what you have given. because their water was half full in the big pot. So whatever love you give, whatever help you do to others, you will get back only 50%. Don't feel bad. That is the nature of people in this age. But you don't stop helping others. You don't stop loving others. You don't stop being kind and compassionate. You should be all of these things, regardless of whether others will reciprocate with you, whether they will in return give you help and love and so on. Even if they don't blame those people. So we should also be very giving and forgiving. Not that we should get and forget. Isn't it? We should give to others whatever we can, and we should learn to forgive also. Similarly, whatever we get, we should not forget. We should always be grateful for whatever we have received. Then the third person came. So please tell me, what does it mean that the elephant went through the eye of the needle and the tail got stuck? So how does one understand this? So Yudhishthir Maharaj said, again, another symptom of Kali Yuga. So what is that symptom? The symptom is that in Kali Yuga, whatever money that people have, whether it is less or more, they want to spend a huge amount of whatever they have for themselves, for their enjoyment. They want to go here, there, they want to travel, they want to enjoy. And when it comes to, so they spend like an elephant. But when it comes to giving charity to Krishna, like a tail, it gets stuck. So they may spend lakhs of rupees for their enjoyment, for their personal advancement in this world. But when it comes to sharing some of their wealth for Lord Krishna's purposes, then they become very reluctant. They say, oh, no, 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 no. So this is the nature of people in this age. So therefore we must know that we must learn to share with others. Especially we must learn to share for Lord Krishna's purposes. This is also connected to the quality of greed. We should know that whatever wealth we have ultimately belongs to Lord Krishna. So we should be grateful that Lord Krishna has given us this wealth, and we must spend it very wisely. We should not spend it for the wrong purpose. We should not simply just blow up the money. So many times it happens, especially when one is young, but even when one is older, one suddenly gets a large amount of money, maybe by inheritance or by any other way, and then if there is no proper guide, no proper spiritual teacher, then this young person may go and just blow up all the money and spend everywhere, here and there, and mostly on wrong things. So always spend wisely, save wisely, and give to Krishna and share what you have with others. Don't be selfish. Even as children, suppose you have got something from your home and you want to share it with your friends. Don't try to keep only for yourself. This idea of sharing and caring will take you very far in life. These are some of the values that people will appreciate in you, they will cherish in you, and you will become very special in the hearts of people because of qualities like this. If you simply become very wealthy and have crores of rupees, and you have 10 Mercedes cars, okay, people will only respect you from the outside, but inside, if you don't have those qualities, they will not like you. But if you have less money or more money, it doesn't matter. But if you have these nice qualities, these are called divine qualities. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna explains all these qualities. Then actually you will become happy and peaceful in your life, and you will also become very much able to deal nicely with everybody, and all others will also love you. And you can also love them in return. So what a wonderful human society we will live in if we are all going to live with these values. And finally, the last point, the fourth man said, what about that sadhu who came and with waving his stick, he was able to move a big rock from the middle of the road to the side. So he said, yes, this is also the symptom of Kali Yuga, because in Kali Yuga, because everybody is more sinful, so they have all the sinful deeds of the past which are as big as a huge mountain. But the sadhu that rock represents the mountain of sinful deeds that we have done from the past so many lives, and which are going to give us so much trouble. And that sadhu, he represents the holy name of Lord Krishna. That if one simply chants the holy name of Krishna, the mountain-like sinful activities, deeds that we have done in the past, they will all be easily destroyed. But we should not do again. We should not commit those activities again. But we must go on chanting Lord Krishna's names. Then, as one of you pointed out, then you can understand how Kali Yuga will be the best yuga of all. Shri Krishna has come, yes. And it will help you to overcome all the bad qualities of this age. Simply by being with devotees, chanting the holy name, and hearing about Lord Krishna, and developing these other qualities. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. One question is here also.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी, दंडवत प्रणाम। प्रभुजी, मम नाम संध्या त्रिपाठी, अहमत्र संस्कृत शिक्षिका अस्मि। मम एकदा संस्कृतं वदामि, समस्या तु नास्ति? अस्तु। अत्र अहम् एक ब्रजवासी सन्त महोदयेन रील्स् दृष्टवती। तस्मिन् रील् मध्ये आसीत् कि यदि वयं जपामः हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण इत्युक्ते द्रौपदी भवति। तो यदा वयं गोलोक वृंदावन धामे गच्छामः तो तत्र अस्माकं स्वागतं कृष्णा यानी द्रौपदी जी करिष्यति। तो वयं कृष्णा न वक्तव्यं, वयं हरिनाम जपे कृष्ण वक्तव्यम्। अस्माकं तत्र लिखितमपि अस्ति हरे कृष्ण, लेकिन संभवतः प्रभुपाद जी विदेश मध्ये गतवान्, तत्र अंग्रेज जनाः सन्ति, तो तेषाम् उच्चारणे अ न आगच्छति। अहं भाषा शिक्षिका अपि अस्मि, अतः कृष्णा तो श्रवणे ममपि कष्टम् अनुभवामि। इदानीं किम् एतत् सत्यं? तो वयं कृष्णमेव वक्तव्यं, न कृष्णा न वक्तव्यम्।
उत्तमम्।
हरि बोल। तो वयं कृष्णा न जपामः।
Hindi, I'll speak in English and translate what she said. She met one Brajavasi saint who told her that you people chant Hare Krishna, Krishna, the long A refers to Draupadi. So also it refers to Yamuna. Yamuna is also called Krishna. So when you say Hare Krishna, instead of saying Hare Krishna, you're actually calling Draupadi or Yamuna. So if you want to call Lord Krishna, then you should say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, like that. So is that correct? Yes, it is correct. So we should try to say Hare Krishna. So what happens is that sometimes even in Ram we say Hare Ram, or some people say Hare Rama. But it is neither Ram nor Rama. it is Rama. Ma. Yes, it is Ma. Similarly, Krishna. Krishna, like that. So this is a good point. So when we chant the Mahamantra, we should chant properly, we should pronounce properly. At the same time, there is one important point to be considered. Which is Dhiro vadati Vishnaya Murkho vadati Vishnave Ubhayor tat samam punyam bhavagrahi janardana. So there may be one person who is very learned, very intelligent, educated, and he may say Vishnaya when he is referring to Murkho vadati Vishnaya, Dhiro vadati Vishnave. So somebody who is not educated, he may, when he is addressing Lord Vishnu, like when we address Lord Krishna, we may say Nama Krishnaya, Krishnaya Vasudeva. So instead of saying Krishnaya, we should not say, for Vishnu we should not say Vishnaya, we should say Vishnave, because Vishnu ends in U and Krishna ends in A. So when the Sambodhan, when you have to address them also, or then you have to use Aya or Ave, Vishnave. So Murkho vadati Vishnaya, Dhiro vadati Vishnave. So those who are not educated, they will chant wrong. They will say Om Krishna Vishnaya Namaha. And those who are educated will say Om Vishnave Namaha. But still, if both of them chant with the same degree of devotion in the heart, then Punyam Samam Punyam. So for both of them, the Punya, the benefit they will get will be same. Why? Bhavagrahi Janardana. Because Janardana or Lord Krishna accepts our devotion. So that is more important. So whilst it is correct to say that we should pronounce the words properly, it is right. At the same time, for some reason, if somebody is not able to, but in his or her heart he has Lord Krishna in mind and is with great devotion chanting, then Bhavagrahi Janardana. He is accepting our Bhava. Correct? So, he is not Shikshanagrahi Janardana. He is not Vyakaranagrahi Janardana. He is not Ucharanagrahi Janardana. No, what is he? Bhavagrahi Janardana. So even if there is some mistake, but if the devotee is chanting with love, with devotion, Lord Krishna will not take seriously the little mistake. Okay? But still, we should try to chant correctly. Okay? Yes, somebody had a hand raised over here. Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
So I have often heard from many people that our destiny can be changed by our hard work. So I want to know your views about this statement.
Destiny cannot be changed by hard work unless that hard work is done for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. Only your bhakti can destroy your destiny or change your destiny. Right? So what is destiny? Destiny is nothing but the results of the karma you have performed in previous lives. It is called prarabdha karma. Prarabdha means arabdha, prakrishta rupena arabdha. It has started now. So you had done so many activities in the past, and as a result of that you are getting a certain kind of family, certain kind of body, certain kind of wealth is destined for you, certain level of education is destined for you. So there are certain things which are coming from your previous life. So that is fixed. That cannot change. So your prarabdha can change only by bhakti, not by any material activity. However, then what is in your hand to change? It is called kriyamana karma. Kriyamana karma is that karma which you do in this life. For example, now you are sitting and in front of your prasadam plate and you overeat 5 times more. Then you can't say it is my destiny, because you acted in such a way just now, so you're getting a stomach ache. So those actions that you perform now out of your free will also have the reactions. So all the happiness and distress that we face in our life is a combination of the prarabdha and the kriyamana karma. Okay? So kriyamana karma you can change by making wise choices. No, I will not overeat. Okay, I will not eat 5 times. I will eat just what is needed for me. So you are making a choice, and therefore you are determining your happiness or distress in the future. But prarabdha you cannot change. The only way you can change prarabdha karma and also your kriyamana karma is your bhakti to Lord Krishna. Clear? Okay. Okay. Yes, one last question.
Maharaj, my
Yes.
question is that whenever we chant, some bad things come in our mind, and that's the reason we are not in the mood of chanting. Like sometimes when you're in the mood in the morning that we'll do 16 rounds, at the time of chanting you think 4 rounds is enough. How is that so?
So you are saying that when you are chanting in the morning, you feel 4 rounds is enough.
Yes.
Yes? So, and why you are saying, why should I chant 16 rounds? That thought comes to your
In the
mind.
morning, after taking bath, the question comes in our mind that I will surely do 16 rounds today. So after some time in the morning, it's like 4 rounds is enough.
Because there's somebody sitting inside you who is saying, what is your name?
Shubh. Shubh. Shubh.
Shubh. Shubh, let us do something ashubh. Don't go what these devotees and your teachers are telling you, that they are telling you do shubh activities. But today I will tell you do something ashubh, amangal. So that is the mind playing tricks with us. The mind will say so many things, but you need not listen to your mind. Okay? Listen to your teachers, listen to the devotees, listen to your parents. Hare Krishna. Yes, one final question. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have question that how to protect us from Maya.
How to protect ourselves from Maya? By taking Lord Krishna's protection. Krishna hoy Surya Sama, Maya hoy Andhakar, Jaha Krishna taha nahi Mayar Adhikar. So Lord Krishna is like the sunshine, like the sun. Maya is like darkness. Wherever there is sun, there is no darkness. So similarly, wherever there is Lord Krishna, there is no Maya. So if you want to be protected from Maya, then you have to take shelter of Lord Krishna. Okay? Okay, final question. Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. So, as you said that a devotee should not hanker for material well-being. So, my question is that can a devotee not be ambitious for his material well-being? Can he not aspire to become materially well-off?
Good question. What is your name?
Parth Sarthi.
Partha Sarthi. Wonderful name. Yeah. Yes, no harm in having some material ambition. However, some points will have to be kept in mind. First, most important, make sure that ambition does not go against your principles of bhakti, your devotion. Suppose your ambition is to do something big, but that is against bhakti, then don't do that. Don't have such an ambition. Okay? So for example, somebody thinks, I will sell some non-veg food and make a big restaurant, non-veg restaurant. Then I will have 5 restaurants and 10 restaurants, and I will become very ambitious. But for what? For a restaurant which sells many items, but also non-vegetarian food. So then that kind of ambition will not be good, because the activities there will be against Krishna consciousness. Okay? Number 1. Number 2, it is okay to be ambitious, but make sure that in the course of fulfilling your ambition, you do not forget Krishna, that you leave sufficient time for Krishna. Don't work 24 hours a day and then you have no time for Krishna. Then in trying to pursue your ambition, you will forget Krishna, and that will cause a lot of suffering in future. Okay? So you may work hard, be ambitious, okay, but leave time, quality time, for associating with devotees and for Lord Krishna. Okay? Point number 2. Point number 3. Whether if you are ambitious and you succeed, remember what I said in the stories earlier, share. Don't be greedy, just keeping for yourself, and don't become proud. Share what you have received with others. You will be happy. Okay? And if you are not ambitious, don't become so disappointed that you cannot work in your life. Do your best, and to Krishna, leave the rest. Okay? So you have to keep these things in mind. And also, when you are ambitious, at some point you have to realize that I am doing this for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. If your goal is to do it for Lord Krishna, then you can be unlimitedly ambitious. But if you are doing it only for yourself, then it will cause a disturbance in your mind. If you don't want to do it 100% for Lord Krishna, at least do some percentage for Lord Krishna. There is one devotee, there are many devotees. In their business, they have made Lord Krishna a partner. Although the loans and losses will not come to Krishna. Only the profit will come. So whenever there is profit, they give 20% to the temple. 80% they keep. So they have decided, this is my agreement. But don't cheat on your agreement with Krishna. One time there was a businessman. He went to Tirupati. You know, many people go to Tirupati to do some, because they have some material ambitions. And they feel that Lord Balaji will fulfill them. So he went and made a deal with Balaji. Lord Balaji, I am going for some new contract, some negotiations are going on. And if I get that contract, then 50% I will come and give you of the profit. So he told this to Lord Balaji and went. However, after the negotiations, somehow he didn't come back. He got some work and he was doing. Then one day Lord Balaji came in his dream and said, what happened? You were supposed to come and give 50%. So he said, look Lord Balaji, my contract which I was hoping for was 10 lakhs. But ultimately I got only 5 lakhs. So you already kept the 5 lakhs 50% beforehand. So now again, why should I give you? So don't be like that. So make Lord Krishna a partner in your projects and share with everybody. Okay? And then, no harm, you can be ambitious. Hare Krishna.
So let us thank Maharaj for the wonderful class and wonderful Krishna session by chanting aloud Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare.
Maharaj, why is it birthday? So normally we just give some. So you can answer it. Okay, Balram from grade 6, can please come forward. Take blessings from Maharaj. His birthday.
Hare Krishna.
Your birthday also, okay, another boy's birthday. Yesterday was his birthday. What's your name?
Nitai.
Nitai. One more famous. Yesterday was his birthday. Nitai.
Acha.
Divo. और कुछ है ना उसमें? Ready? And also, so all of you know that we have one room here where His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj stayed, and the room next to that we have made as a Prabhupada memorial room. So we have all the Prabhupada books there and nice pictures of Prabhupada's entire life. So we want to inaugurate that room, Maharaj, today. So, you know, that's a very nice room. So whenever you have time before assembly or any free time, you can always come here and read books. So that room is there for you. And nice Prabhupada's pastimes also displayed there. So Maharaj would like to inaugurate that. Maharaj, a few words.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. All the guests, teachers and dear students and other Swamijis who have come here, we're indeed very much grateful to you, Maharaj, that you have visited our school. In fact, this is the first time I got this opportunity to meet you. I've been following you on the YouTube only. And today you really proved that you're the best teacher. Storytelling, I keep also telling my teachers, and I feel that storytelling is something which mesmerizes and the best way to teach students. And today you really showed the way to us. And I was wondering how would you connect each story, because you were going from one story to another story to another. You know, that was really reminding me of the Arabian Nights. So from Maharaj, we are very much grateful to you. And Partha is a very brilliant boy. He is into robotics, and I used to get very much scared whether he would become too ambitious. But now you really answered, and I'm sure Partha, you will carry on with your robotics, but you will not become over ambitious about it. Okay? Thank you very much, Maharaj, for coming to our institution, blessing all of us. Very much grateful to you. And today there are many, many more ladies who have come from different parts of the country. There was a wellness program here, so they were also here, so they also felt very nice being with you. And of course, we want that whenever you visit Vrindavan, please come. And then we are also planning to take our students for a study tour to Belgaum, to your school. And Harikesh Prabhu, since he was once the principal here, and so that's what we want to come and visit your school, so that we would learn many things, because we heard your school is without electricity and it still runs, and no internet. Ours is only mobile de-addiction, yours is internet de-addiction. Thank you so much for once again coming. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Shall we?